Welcome to the EHF European Championship here in Serbia. Oh, what a match it turned out to be. The Czech Republic against Norway. It doesn't matter how big a palmares you've got. Czech Republic playing here in the red against the unfamiliar white of Norway. And the Czech Republic were not in for messing about. Norway showing their usual flair, of course. But let me tell you that the Czechs were leading this one 12-10 against the team that are out-and-out favourites whenever handball is played. Yeah, the Czech Republic were, well, to say the least, very, very handy. Norway's Anja Edin settling a few nerves. And indeed, Norway just starting the build back, or the fight back in the second half, just trying to get themselves sorted out, really. As you can see, trailing at this point, but drawing level. And once their noses were ahead, there was no giving way. Norway were on the way. It was to be a very tight margin, this one, though. The Czech Republic can feel very, very pleased with themselves for the performance that they put out there. But in the Norwegian goal, that's where the difference was told. Goals saving percentages, and Norway just easing themselves into the front here for a victory, 21-19 by the end. Almost heartbreaking, I think you might say. Well, Camilla Hedem, it was that gave Norway the lead at this point, or I should say cushioned it. 21-19. And indeed, that was to be the final score, despite this line throw, but with seconds running out, wouldn't have mattered. Still victory for Norway. And Lynn Helaldsen roundly congratulated, of course, the goalkeeper. Serbia against the Ukraine. Well, Serbia just desperate to get their opening victory, I think you might say, as an independent nation here in the European Championships. And I've got to let you into a secret, it has happened. Up against the Ukraine, this was a fabulous encounter. It's always a close affair, I think you might say, but Serbia, being the host nation here, well, they've been pushed and fallen so many times. They were just desperate to get something out of this. And the team in red was starting to fly, roared on by a very partisan crowd. And indeed, apologies issued earlier on for untoward shirt pulling by coaches on the sidelines when they're in their opening match against Norway. Well, here it was all clean as a whistle against the Ukraine, and some of the goals were as well absolutely glorious. Goal for Serbia, Jelena Popovic. Ukraine, though, well, not afraid to score the odd cheeky one. Lovely little open-handed bounce ball, beating the keeper on the spin. And Glibko with that one. As you can see, it was a very close affair, this one. Some nerves then for the crowd as the Ukraine just started to step it up in the second half. And Serbia, every time they scored, we almost lost the roof. It was fantastic. In terms of atmosphere, no better game, although there have been better games. Serbian goalkeeper Katarina Tomasevic, almost aptly named, was saving them left, right and centre, keeping a team well and truly with that cushion up ahead. And as the clock started to run down, they were scoring them from all angles, including the wings. It was wide open through the centre as well. Oh, thick and fast. 25-23, the final score. So Serbia with some points. It's great to see Ukraine stuck at the bottom with Norway. A couple of, well, maybe they'll warm up into this competition. Well, we know they will, but they're winning ugly at the moment, Norway, still top. Into Group B then, Macedonia against Sweden. Well, I think you kind of knew which way this was going to go, although it looked like a reasonable scoreline at the beginning. Sweden playing in the blue here against the gold of Macedonia, and really it was kind of one way. 3-goal difference at the break, but that was more than extended to 11. Oh dear, by the end of this. Sweden, well, it was almost like a training match for them. Macedonia well and truly put to the sword here. In fact, every time they scored, we were rocking the foundations out there. Yeah, it's a very strong performance by Linea Torstensen's side, equally strong in defence as they are up front. And a 26-15 win. Ouch, Macedonia in the second round of Group B in the Centre Care here in Nice, but Macedonia will feel bruised by this encounter. And yes, they were getting some goals on the score sheet, but 11-8 probably flattered them at the break. And after the turnaround, well, there we are. The back of the net just continued to billow, I'm afraid, for them. Nice goal from Linea Torstensen, despite being pushed. And another from her. Just a very powerful anchor, I think you might say, for the entire Swedish team. Not a block shot in defence, and just check this out on the fly. No problems whatsoever. Louis Sand with the pace and indeed the accuracy. Lovely put shot round the keeper. Sweden, different class in this one. Denmark against France. Now, when we saw the fixture, we knew that this was going to be a fantastic encounter. And so it proved to be. Bang. Some great goals. Camille Aguilon. That was a 3-0 opening lead for France. Well, Denmark just played the long game, and when Anna-Greta Norgard found the net, that was to level it at 6 apiece. And once they'd found their marks, boy, was the flair starting to come out. Both highly entertaining teams playing handball at the very, very top level. And it's just a joy to watch, frankly. If you ever see this as a fixture, gorgeous 9-meter line shot there. Yes, make sure you buy the ticket, as it were. And that was Louise Burgard. France also sending in some long ones. 5 goals in a row to claw themselves back to 1917, that was, from La Crabère. Well, it was kind of swinging one way and then the next, but in the last 20 minutes of this match, it kind of got a bit scary. It was very, very close indeed. It was wide open as well. Both attacking-minded, these teams, and as a result, loose at the back, and it made for great entertainment for the neutrals. Well, maybe these teams could both get caught out later on if they both progress, but just look at the scoreline, and I've got to tell you, it was 28-27. Doesn't get closer. France's last chance, Woodwork denying them a draw. There it is, victory for Denmark. Big travelling support here as well. And, well, that's what it meant for them. France opening in terrifying speed and then running out of puff. So Sweden it is that top the group here. Maximum points for them. France and Denmark with 2 apiece. 2 played here. Macedonia, well, still stuck at the foot. Well, Montenegro players celebrating their victory over Russia, 30-27 in the qualifiers of the second round. Montenegro already through, and yes, it's looking good for them. Career veteran Anga Dokic still here to give her experience and her ambition a little bit of vent. We spoke to her.
It means nothing yet, because we have another group. If we don't catch some points here, it's better to not go further. We have to win here to be sure that we can make results.
Well, it's a young country, Montenegro. Silver medal in the 2012 Olympics. Superb boost to the game back home. Montenegro was only beaten by Norway in the final, don't forget. Quite a record.
Especially after Olympic Games, it was really amazing because we are not so big country and we don't have so many players in handball. So we have like 20 senior players, and it is a really big thing for us. And I think the Montenegro has great players and great sports people, and I think this is very good for the young people.
Beautifully said. Well, strengths of the team, really aggressive defence. They can pick themselves up a lot of 2-minute penalties, but they have a superb collective spirit, no doubt about it.
This team is fighting, yeah, fighting defense. That is the most quality thing, because every player, when he's 100%, we are a great team in that moment, and especially because we are young and a lot of new players is in the team.
We are very strong, but believe me, we have very good energy and atmosphere in the team, and I think that this is a big key in our national team.
We are like one. We are like one. We are not just a team. We are a team like one.
Don't forget, against Russia, Montenegro had a 9-point gap but saw it reduced to 3 goals as Russia tried to come back. Yes. Got to watch those weaknesses.
We don't have so much player for like Russia. We have 3 or 4 back who can play all the time. I think that sometimes we have. I think sometimes we have relaxed feeling if we have maybe 4 or 5 goals. But I hope next game we will be much better in this.
Well, if you can't ring the changes, you will get fatigued. Maybe a lack of focus just drifts in sometimes. But it's an amazing spirit. They bring a lot to the game.
Of course, we always go step by step. We never speak about result, about our meanings, maybe. What we really wishes or what we really want. We always analyze next match, and it's the best way to get something. And everybody here wants to get medal, of course. Everybody, every sportsman, it's coming here to get medal, no?
Yes. Final game from the first round will be against Romania, and a win would see them through the second round on 4 points. We wish them well. So Group C and D, Croatia taking on Germany and Hungary against Spain. Romania will be up against Montenegro, and Russia versus Iceland should be a feisty encounter. Don't forget, you can keep in touch with the highlights each and every day from Serbia. What about those goals? Let's ring them in, shall we? Oh, there's some beauties out there.